While negotiations took place at the front gate, this was what was happening at the back. Riot officers smashed through the weaker barricades onto Dale Farm as activists resisted with anything they could lay their hands on. Warnings of danger to life were heard and ignored.
Just sit down and keep calm. I won't touch you if you don't touch me. Right. Keep calm. Maybe take a step back.
Slow down up to there, yeah?
Leave me home.
Two protesters were tasered. They allegedly posed a serious threat to officers. Travellers also suffered minor injuries and were shocked by police tactics.
What are you doing in here? I said, this is private property. Before I knew where I was, a policeman, whatever way he'd done it with his foot, I was on the floor and his hand, like that, crossed my throat and held me there for I couldn't tell you how long. And then whatever happened, they all started running.
They were just shoving everyone out of the way to get in. I was only standing there and they just shoved me and I fell and slapped my face off the wall.
With barricades crumbling, the next resistance was fire. A burning caravan marked the battle line between officers and activists. And for one protester, it made a dramatic backdrop for a photo opportunity. This initial phase of the eviction seemed to be to secure the tower at the entrance of Dale Farm so that police could remove activists locked onto the scaffolds, who seemed to have no intention of leaving. A handful retreated to the crow's nest, forcing officers to approach using a cherry picker. Even then, they were confronted with a man locked by the neck to the scaffold. Eventually, the protesters were winched down and carried off. Well, so far the police seem to be doing the job of the bailiffs, but then it's the activists who are resisting on behalf of the travellers. And they're a group of people that the police believed were stockpiling weapons. At least one representative of the Gypsy Council was uncomfortable with the large presence of protesters.
The gate shouldn't have been shut. I understand why they've done it, because what I asked last night was for the access to be kept 24 hours in case of an ambulance. It's extremely stressful to come on site and see an ambulance coming across the field after many hours of waiting. This isn't what I wanted.
Down from that scaffold.
Obviously they should. No.
After 10 years, the eviction has finally begun. But after a day's work, progress seems very slow.